On January 9, a 16th-century mosque, Shahi Masjid, located in the city of Prayagraj in India's Uttar Pradesh state, was demolished by bulldozers as part of a road widening project. Despite the fact that the mosque's imam had filed a petition seeking a stay on the city administration's plans, with a local court scheduled to hear the matter on January 16, a week later, the demolition still took place. Unfortunately, Shahi Masjid is not the first ancient mosque to be sacrificed for a road widening project. In November of the previous year, a 300-year-old mosque in Uttar Pradesh's Muzaffarnagar district was demolished because it stood in the way of a highway. Similarly, last year, a court case was filed on behalf of a local Hindu farmer, backed by the right-wing Hindu nationalist group Akhil Bharat Hindu Mahasabha (ABHM), over the legitimacy of another mosque, Shamsi Jama Masjid, an 800-year-old national heritage site in Budhan, Uttar Pradesh. The petition claimed that the mosque was an illegal structure, constructed on the site of a demolished 10th-century temple of Lord Shiva, and that Hindus had rightful ownership of the land and should be able to pray there. This claim was based on a far-right narrative that suggests that most of India's mosques were originally temples that were forcefully converted into mosques by Muslim rulers, a view that most historians reject because there is little evidence to support it. Despite this, the narrative enjoys widespread popular support. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) is increasingly characterized by a destructive urgency. The party's attempts to culturally homogenize India began with the renaming of places in an overtly Hindu vocabulary and have progressed to new strategies such as bulldozing Muslim monuments and conducting archaeological excavations to find Hindu roots at Muslim religious sites. In recent years, Mughal monuments have been at the center of many controversies, with even the Taj Mahal, a monument of global importance, being targeted by far-right Hindu groups who claim, without any evidence, that it was a Hindu temple. The fate of Indian Muslims has reached a critical point, with numerous petitions being filed by right-wing Hindu groups against mosques across the country. Furthermore, in recent years, an informal apparatus of religious volunteers has been activated, using religious processions to establish dominance over Muslim places of worship, including mosques and Muslim shrines. During several Hindu festival celebrations in 2022, including Ram Navami and Hanuman Jayanti, armed Hindu mobs, led at times by BJP members, entered Muslim neighborhoods and chanted obscene slogans while planting saffron flags on mosques. M.S. Golwalkar, one of the founders of Hindu nationalist ideology or Hindutva, asserted in his most famous text, Bunch of Thoughts, that wherever there is a masjid, mosque, or a Muslim mohalla, colony, Muslims believe that it is their own separate territory. It is essential to remember that the belief in exclusive ownership of Indian land did not originate with the BJP's election to power but has always been a central tenet of Hindu nationalist thought. The rise of far-right nationalist politics dominating India today can be traced back to the destruction of the historical Babri Masjid Mosque. This illegal act of tearing down the Mughal-era mosque on December 6, 1992, was done by religious volunteers who claimed that an ancient Ram temple stood on the same site. The event marked the beginning of a nationalist project that rejected the idea of plurality on Indian land, leading to riots and violence that transformed the social fabric of Indian cities. The destruction of Babri Masjid was just the first of many mosques marked for demolition, with a list of Muslim landmarks in circulation. The Supreme Court of India's ruling in 2019 that handed over the land of Babri Masjid to Hindus as the birthplace of Lord Rama emboldened right-wing groups to use legal methods to challenge the existence of historic mosques in Mathura and Varanasi. The Hindutva framework seeks to make all of India a sacred Hindu religious site, with any Muslim architecture seen as a violation of the purity of Bharat Mata or Mother India. The political work of the BJP and its far-right Hindu allies resembles a war machine, attempting to deconstruct the present by inventing a ghost of the past in the present. Monuments have become portals for this proxy war, promising not just a rebuilding of spatial relations but also of historical traditions. For more videos and insightful analysis, subscribe to our channel.